It is the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. We're here every single day from 5 to 6 talking about the local issues that matter to you most and taking your phone calls at 800-222-KABC. 1-800-222-5222. We take your emails as well. I read and respond to everyone at randykabc@gmail.com. That's randykabc@gmail.com. And if you ever miss any episode of this show, you can
do a Google on YouTube.
It is Friday. Friday is happy hour, and happy hour in the News Blitz is when we talk about food, we talk about drinking, we talk about travel, adventure, the good life, because it's time to enjoy ourselves. We made it to the end of another very long week. We don't have time to be discussing what's going on in politics or news. We've done all that all week. It's time to have some fun, time to enjoy ourselves, and a few weeks ago, I put out the call to the audience. If you've got topics that you want to hear on Happy Hour Friday, I'm here for you. And Patrick gave us a great one. So I'm going to put it out there right now, and then I'm going to read his email because I need your help right now. Southern California used to have the coolest, awesomest Oktoberfest event at Alpine Village. I have been many times. My buddy Scott Ramsey actually helped put that thing on for many, many, many years. And right before COVID, they closed that bar, they closed that restaurant. In fact, I think they sold the whole property last year. But this is a large region. I'm sure there's some German restaurants out there. I'm sure there's some German bars out there. Places that do big events for Oktoberfest as we're getting into the fall. We're getting into that Oktoberfest season. So places that sell big old pretzels, places that sell beer out of a boot, places that have lots and lots of bratwurst, places where you go to celebrate Germany, German food, and Oktoberfest. Tell me where to go. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. That's 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. Tell me where you like to get some good old-fashioned German food, German drinks, celebrate Germany with Oktoberfest this fall. We've got a list of some of the places that are now doing it, but I want to hear from you at 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. Where do you go to Oktoberfest in your local part of Southern California? Could be LA County, Orange County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, Ventura County, or San Diego County. Imperial County too, but I don't think anybody lives there. So this all got started off by Patrick, who writes in. Pat says, "Hey, Randy, I was in the Air Force and stationed in Germany for 3 years. I enjoyed lots of good German food and beer." By the way, that's another thing I want to hear. If you've actually been to Germany for Oktoberfest, tell me about that. Now I live in the South Bay. I really enjoyed the German food at the Alpine Village restaurant in Torrance. I was sad when it closed down about 4 years ago. Since then, I have been searching for the best German restaurant in Southern California. So far, my top two are Rasselbach in Long Beach and the Beer Garden at the Old World Village, Huntington Beach. But the best German restaurant in California, in my opinion, is in San Jose at Teskey's Germania. The food is great and you feel like you're in Germany. So since September, October is the time for Oktoberfest, maybe you could do a Friday show and find out the best German restaurant in California and the best Oktoberfest beer garden going on in the area. Have a super weekend. That comes from Pat. Pat, thank you so much for writing in. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. Help me out. Help Pat out. If you have a place you'd like to recommend for German food, for German beer, for Oktoberfest, this is the time to do it. Maybe they've got bratwurst. Maybe they've got pretzels and sauerkraut. Tell me all about it. I'm going to try not to devolve into a German accent when doing this topic. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. Well, I do miss Alpine Village. And going to those events was always a lot of fun. There was always so many people. It was a big old party. And then they got that guy Heino to perform the whole thing with his Neil Diamond covers. Oh, it was a classic. Everyone doing the chicken dance. It was a good time. But hey, where can you do some good old-fashioned Oktoberfest in this fall in Southern California? 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. Let's start with Anthony in Anaheim. Anthony, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing great.
Can you hear me? Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm over here in Anaheim, and they closed the Phoenix Club, but so now we're going to go head over to Old World in Huntington Beach.
Okay, tell me all about it. What's going on at Old World in Huntington Beach?
Man, they've got the beer, they've got the dancing, the singing, the brats, you name it. Pretzels, they got it all.
It sounds right up my alley. I love it. And it looks like they're doing Oktoberfest every Wednesday through Sunday now through November 3rd. So it's time to get down there.
You got it.
All right. Thanks so much for the call, Anthony. Appreciate it. It's as simple as that. Tell me a place where you can do some good old Oktoberfesting, maybe a good German restaurant. There's not that many out there, but there's also a lot of bars that have, bratwurst or sausage plates on the menu, or they've got the big old pretzel with beer cheese. You got to have beer cheese, but look at this. The Beer Garden at Old World Huntington Beach. They've got Oktoberfest now through November 3rd, every Wednesday through Sunday. And that is, of course, in beautiful, gorgeous Huntington Beach. Ooh, they've got happy hour as well, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6. Can't go wrong with that. $10 house-baked Bavarian pretzel. That's the thing. Oh, boy. I love me a good old pretzel. I'll tell you that much. Hey, where's a great place to have good old-fashioned German food, German drinks, celebrate Oktoberfest in Southern California? 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. We're celebrating the fall. We're celebrating Oktoberfest. Let's go to Barbara in L.A. Barbara, hello.
Oh, hi, Randy. I haven't been there for years. I don't know if it's still going on, but, Montrose, that lovely little shopping village, little street in North Glendale.
I love Montrose.
They have an Oktoberfest every year, and they even have little costume contests with like little dachshund dogs with their lederhosen and stuff, and people dress up, and it's very festive and good for the whole family. So
that sounds like so much fun. Well, I just did, and it looks like the 45th annual Montrose Oktoberfest is going to be on October 5th. From noon until 10 p.m., and they've got all the things that you say. And they've got drinks, they've got live music, they've got the dogs. October 5th is going to be 2 weeks from tomorrow. So in 2 weeks, they're going to have that over in Montrose. That sounds like a ton of fun.
I might go myself.
Looks great. I love it. Thanks so much for letting everyone know. Thanks for the call, Barbara. That's all you got to do. Tell me about a good old-fashioned Oktoberfest event. Montrose. I love Montrose. I love that area. It is so cute. It is so fun. Get ready for the 45th annual Montrose Oktoberfest. Whether you're here for family fun, mouth-watering bites, live music, or a refreshing drink, there's something for everybody. So I found this on Montrose Oktoberfest on Instagram. So you got them right there. But if you just look up Montrose Oktoberfest, you got all the info right there. It looks like it's all outdoors in the beautiful outdoor walking around shopping area. And speaking of Montrose, the one really good recommendation that I have is actually in Montrose. Well, there's 2 locations. There's Montrose and there's Monrovia. But, oh my goodness, I happened to end up at this bar, Bazin 141, after the most random night because my wife and a bunch of her horse friends wanted to go see a horse show in La Cañada, Flint Ridge. And, it's 9 o'clock. Where are you going to go eat? Where are you going to go drink? Well, we ended up going to Montrose and walking up and down the street, and we were able to get into Bazin 141. Craziest thing, because it was packed, but the guy at the door said I looked like I had an honest face, and so he let us in, got us seated right away. And let me tell you, this place not only is a great bar that has some of the best margaritas I've had in Southern California, but they have the ultimate grilled sausage platter. This is a big old meal, but it was perfect because I was hungry. But you get 3 different gourmet sausages with mustard, and of course, and a giant garlic butter pretzel, beer cheese sauce, sauerkraut. You get the whole 9 yards for like $28. It is a great deal. That place is such a fun bar. I'd love to do more happy hours in Montrose. That is just a good place, and they got some great drinks. And I'm sure I didn't have any of the beer that day, but yes, look right there. Craftsman Heavenly Hefeweizen. You've got to have a Hefeweizen for your Oktoberfesting. You know what I used to drink? You remember when Sam Adams would have that Oktoberfest beer every once in a while? That was some good times. Hey, we're talking Oktoberfest. It could be German restaurants. It could be bars that have pretzels, bars that have sausages, places where you can get good old-fashioned German food, although I'm not too educated on the subject. Outside of bratwurst and pretzels, I don't know what the Germans eat. I should learn this. Also, you know what? We got a lot of world travelers out there. If you've been to Germany, you've been there during Oktoberfest, what is that like? Tell me all about it. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. Let's go to Kevin in Lakewood. Kevin, hello.
Hello, Randy. Hope you're doing well, sir.
Doing great.
Awesome. Yeah, I was kind of like the Air Force guy, but I was in the Army stationed in southern Germany for about almost 7 years, and I married a German girl. So I would say the best German food would be right out of my wife's kitchen here in Lakewood. But Big Bear does have a really nice Oktoberfest. In the last few years, it's grown more and more, and it's actually kind of getting to the point where you got to get tickets, and it's a little bit kind of getting on the harder side because, like you were mentioning, they closed the one in Torrance.
Oh, Alpine Village, yeah.
Alpine Village, they closed that one, and then the Phoenix Club, they stopped doing that one when that used to be really super nice, but Big Bear are, like I say, just out of my wife's kitchen, and Schnitzel's always a good one. You know, that's usually a birthday wish of mine. She makes schnitzel for me, which is basically pork, and she kind of beats it flat, and then it gets breaded and pan fried, and it's served with Spätzle, which is German homemade German noodles. But yeah, Germany's very, very cool, and I'll probably be going back and forth for the rest of my life. There's family and friends there now, so.
Kevin, you are a lucky, lucky man. That sounds like quite the birthday treat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I'm just sitting out here in the backyard having a glass of wine, and I listen to you every evening. There's usually 2 or 3 neighbors that come out here, and we listen to you, and I'm alone now, and I thought you brought this topic up, and I'm like, I'm going to try to call.
Well, I really appreciate you doing that and letting everyone know about the big old Oktoberfest event out there in Big Bear Lake. You and your wife have a great weekend. Sounds like you're enjoying yourself. I'm jealous because I don't have wine yet. I'll have wine at 6:01.
Well, right on, Randy. Have a good rest of your Friday evening also, sir.
Thank you so much for the call, Kevin. That's all you got to do to get on the board. You know about a cool Oktoberfest. You want to give a shout out to a cool German restaurant. You've been to Oktoberfest in Germany. You want to share some memories of Alpine Village. God rest its soul. Give us a call at 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. It is the 54th annual Oktoberfest event in Big Bear at Big Bear Lake, and it runs from September 7th, consecutive weekends through Saturday, November 9th. And Big Bear, I'm not really a snow sports person. It's just not me. I went skiing once, and I'm lucky I didn't break both of my legs. But Big Bear Lake, this time of year, it is just gorgeous out there. So this looks like a ton of fun. If you want to look for more information, if you happen to be in the San Bernardino Riverside area or in Big Bear, Go to bigbearevents.com/Oktoberfest. That's bigbearevents.com/Oktoberfest. You might have to get tickets, but this looks like a really, really good time. That's what we're doing today. We are celebrating Oktoberfest. German food, German restaurants, German pretzels, beer. Tell me where to get it in Southern California. Tell me about a cool event to do Oktoberfest in Southern California. There are a lot of people that loved Alpine Village. That is closed. So where do people go now? Tell me all about it. 800-222-KABC. 1-800-222-5222. German food, German beer, German beer gardens, Oktoberfest pretzels. Give me it all. We're celebrating Germany. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on KABC. It's a happy hour Friday. We're taking your phone calls at 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. Listener Pat wrote in, and he loves Germany. He was stationed there for a couple of years. He used to love going to Alpine Village for Oktoberfest, but that's closed. It's been closed since COVID. So where is a great place to do Oktoberfest in Southern California? Where's a great German restaurant in Southern California? A place to get a big old fat pretzel, some great German beer. Tell me all about it. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. If you want to share some love for Alpine Village in the heyday, you can do that as well. 800-222-KABC. Let's go to Bradstreet in Corona Del Mar. Bradstreet, hello.
Hey, Randy, how are you?
I'm great.
Hey, so there's a place here. I grew up in Orange County, and it's super old school. It's a butcher shop deli type thing. It's called Mattern Sausage, and it's on Chapman Avenue in Orange. You know where the orange circle is, the famous, little Mayberry-looking place?
Oh, yeah.
It's about a mile from there, east of that, other side of the 55. Anyway, the guy's name is Willie from Switzerland, and hence the name Matterns, like Matterhorn. And it's the homemade. He makes all the liverwurst, sausage, bratwurst, the white, Wienerwurst. And he used to supply the Phoenix Club with their sausages. So he was the guy that was the supplier. And it's a little, they give you a plate of bratwurst with sauerkraut and a German potato salad, and you crack your own beers from the cooler. And they sell like German deodorant and German shampoo and German toothpaste. And the old ladies come in there and speak German to them, and they talk, and it's a trip. It's an old school going back in time place.
That is some good times right there. Mattern's Deli in Orange. I love a place like that where they don't just have, obviously, the sausage and everything, but they got all the little tchotchkes and candies and things that you can only get imported from Germany.
Exactly. That's the deal. You go there and you stock up for your, German mustard and your pickles that are off the charts, way better than American stuff. Yeah, it's fantastic. And yeah, it's a super cheap thing. It's like something that should cost, $13 is like $7. It's ridiculous, and wrapped in butcher paper, and it's the real deal. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
That sounds
Don't
fantastic.
tell everyone. It's a secret little place. It's always crowded.
All right, you hear that, everyone? We're going to keep this a secret, but if you do want to check it out, Mattern's Deli, Matterns Deli on Instagram. They're on Chapman Avenue in Orange. Bradstreet, thank you so much for that recommendation. It sounds delicious.
Hey, Randy, before we go, I got a great idea next year. Yeah, I know that John's a big Angels fan. I think he always talks about them, and I think you're an Angels fan. But you guys should have, before a game, have a little get-together with the fans, an hour before the game. Have drinks and a little, your little fun thing for your fans. Like there's a little at Angel Stadium. There's a where Gene Autry little statue is, little courtyard. An hour before an Angel game for 45 minutes, everyone just, I'm sure a couple hundred people would come, and it'd be fun to meet you guys.
I think that would be a great idea. That would be so much fun. And honestly, some of these Angel games, like Angels White Sox, we could probably rent out a whole section of the ball club.
Oh, I know. You can get Diamond Club seats for $50 because no one knows it's empty. I know.
You know what? I'm going to
Yeah, you're
pitch that to sales for next season, because that sounds like a great idea. That would be super fun. I did one of those for my old podcast at Dodger Stadium a million years ago, and it was a blast. That sounds like a great idea for a good listener
meetup. You guys are from LA. It's even better idea probably for you guys. But yeah, I know John always talks about the Angels, and I'm down here. I love Angels, even though they always suck. But it'd be fun to have a little event there.
I think that's a great idea. I'm going to pitch that to my sales manager, Debbie, on Monday. That's a fantastic idea. Bradstreet, thanks so much, buddy.
Okay, buddy. Bye.
Have a good one. Yeah, we should definitely do something like that. The Angels could use the attendance. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. 1-800-222-5222. Could be a German deli like Matterns in Orange. It could be a German restaurant, a place that has good German beer. Maybe you could drink out of a boot. Places that got pretzels, or big old Oktoberfest events. There's a lot of people that miss Alpine Village that would like to know other places they can go. Maybe you'd like to share some love for Alpine Village in Torrance. That place was legendary. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. We'll go to Colleen, Richard, Lynn, and you next. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. It is the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. We're here every single day from 5 to 6 talking about the local issues that matter to you most and taking your phone calls at 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. We take your emails as well at randykabc@gmail.com. That's randykabc@gmail.com. It's Friday. It's happy hour. That is our celebration for the upcoming weekend. We talk food. We talk wine. We talk travel. This week's topic was suggested by listener Pat, who used to be stationed in Germany, so went to an Oktoberfest or two. Used to love going to Alpine Village, but that closed a few years ago. He's got a couple of spots that he likes, but what we want to know, in Southern California, great German restaurants, great German beer gardens, great places to get a big old fat German pretzel, and other places where you can celebrate Oktoberfest in Southern California, because there's lots of Oktoberfests out there. And if you'd like to share some Oktoberfest stories, some memories, maybe you used to go to Alpine Village, give us a call, 800-222-KABC. Let's start with Colleen in Thousand Oaks. Colleen, hello.
Hey, Randy. I'm calling in because you were asking people if to call in if they've ever gone to the Oktoberfest in Munich, the real deal, and I have. So let me tell you how fabulous it is. Okay, first of all, let me tell you what they eat, or at least what they ate in our tent, which was, it's called the Kempfer tent. I think I'm saying that right, and that's like the celebrity tent, and you have to have tickets to get in, but you also have to have tickets for each tent. They're sponsored by different beer companies, you know. We didn't have tickets for this, but it started to rain, and we were from Washington, so we didn't care, and everybody left the table, so we just kind of snuck into the tent and sat at the table.
Nice.
And they served chicken.
Chicken,
roasted chicken, and potato salad. And, of course, beer. But, yeah, not German food. So that was number one. Number two, all the tents have live bands. It's a party all day and night. But most of the bands were playing not German music, but American rock music, like the White Stripes and well, they're not American, but AC/DC. So that's the other thing. I was like,
hilarious.
Whoa, this is crazy. But
so far, there's chicken and American music.
Yeah, it's nuts. But each tent also has their own menu. Like some of them serve, they cook a huge side of beef, and it's all beef and, you know, potatoes and gravy. And other ones serve German food. It just depends on which tent you go to. And you can buy tickets to all of them if you're lucky. But if you do go, I suggest you get there early and you go to one of the stores in Munich. There's a million of them that sell the traditional clothes, and they sell it for dirt cheap. It's like buying a Halloween costume at Oktoberfest. But if you dress in the dress and you're American, you will get grabbed by German people and pulled into all kinds of cool tents that you don't have tickets to because they just want to party with you. At least that was the case with us. We had so much fun. I can't tell you. I highly recommend it.
That sounds like such a good time. That's a great tip. Get the lederhosen. They're going to treat you extra special.
Oh yeah. Oh, one more thing. And if you're a girl, get yourself one of those Drindle dresses, and that you will have the time of your life. They have German girls, beautiful German girls, with very fantastic physical attributes, walking around and taking your. They have breathalyzers, and they have these commemorative cards, and they. The way they do it is they get right up on you, kind of, and they, have you put the thing in your mouth, and then they get your score, and they give you the card, and if you're a girl, they put it down your shirt, and if you're a guy, they stick it in your pocket.
This sounds like a better and better time the more you describe it. This sounds like so much fun.
It is. You should go. All right. Well, have yourself a great weekend. Thank you so much for sharing your story. That was so great, Colleen. Call in anytime. That was so much fun to hear. Yeah, that's going on the bucket list. Germany for Oktoberfest. Got to do it. This sounds like so much fun. Let's go to Lynn in Santa Ana. Lynn, hello.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm great.
I have to tell you that the lady that just called was absolutely right about Munich, and I was there. I'm going to date myself. I was there in 1974. I was 14 years old. I was with my mom and dad and my sisters, and it was the most amazing thing I had ever experienced, and probably since then, too. Those tents that she was talking about, they seat 5,000 people, and they're massive, and there is a little tiny band in the middle of it, and in 74, they were playing oompa music. Now I guess they're playing American rock, but we were there on the first day of Oktoberfest, and I swear it looked like everybody had been there for weeks. People were dancing on the tables. Everybody was everybody's best friend. And she mentioned the chickens. There were racks and racks and racks of rotisserie chickens. I mean, like dozens and dozens cooking at the same time. And there were these lovely German ladies that were they were a little bit vertically challenged, but they were sturdy ladies, and they would carry like 7 steins in each hand. And boy, you get out of their way because they're 2-liter beer steins. It's
wow, that's a lot of strength. Thing. That sounds like such a good time. Good food, good dancing, good drinks, good friends. Gosh, they really know how to have a good time.
Oh, yeah. Germans know how to party. They know how to work hard, and they know how to party. As far as Southern California goes, the only one that I know of is in Orange County, and I apologize, I missed the front end of the show. Somebody might have mentioned it, but Old World in Huntington Beach, right off the 405, they have a great Oktoberfest.
I'm going to have to get down there because that sounds like a real good time. Lynn, thanks so much for sharing your story. Now you've got me double jealous. I got to get my butt to Germany.
Absolutely. Have a great weekend.
Thanks so much for the call. Call back anytime. This audience is the best. Yeah, that's going on the bucket list. And look, 2 votes for Old World. How about that? I got to make some time to get down there. Let's go to Richard in East Hollywood. Richard, hello.
How you doing, Randy?
Doing great.
I used to live in Los Feliz, and we would go to the Red Lion Tavern.
Oh, I remember the Red Lion Tavern. That place is great.
Oh, you been there?
Oh, many years ago. But yeah, that place is a classic.
Yeah, back in the day, they used to dress in the German thing. They would have that thick German accent. But now it's more Americanized, but it's still German all the way.
Oh, yeah. You can get good sausages there. You can get great pretzels and beer and everything else. That place is a classic.
Is called Nuremberg sausage. It's a veal sausage.
Oh, I've never had that one.
Oh, it's just check it out. Red Lion, have the Nuremberg. I guarantee you're going to love it.
I will check it out, Richard. Thanks so much for the call. Appreciate it. Redlinetavern.net is the website. The Nuremberger Bratwurst, thin veal pork sausages, coarse in texture, highly spiced with the addition of fresh marjoram, served with sauerkraut, mashed potatoes and gravy, and German mustard. You can get it on a roll or just on a plate. I always do it on a plate. Oh boy, this is so much fun. Celebrating Germany, celebrating Oktoberfest, German restaurants, German bars, and Oktoberfest events. If you want to join in the fun, give me a call, 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. Whether there's an Oktoberfest event you want to promote, a German bar you know about, German restaurant, place to get a big old pretzel, or you've been to Oktoberfest in Germany, those stories are making me so jealous. 800-222-KABC. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on KABC. If you'd like to send us an email, you can do so at randykabc@gmail.com. That's randykabc@gmail.com. Beverly writes in and says, hey, Randy, the La Mesa Oktoberfest in San Diego County is fun. Look at this, everyone. Welcome in to the 51st La Mesa Oktoberfest, Friday the 4th through Sunday the 6th, free for all. They've got a Ferris wheel. They've got dachshund races. I didn't know this was a thing. I want to see some dachshund races. I'm a nut for dogs. This looks like a ton of fun in San Diego County, so check that out. The La Mesa Oktoberfest, their website, lamesaoktoberfest.org. So that looks like a ton of fun. Let's go to Jimmy in L.A. Jimmy, hello.
Hi. First off, can I just say that your call screener is super cute, because I don't really think she knew when I said Der Wiener Schnitzel what I meant, because she's like, where is that, Pasadena?
Der Wiener Schnitzel, that's your suggestion, huh?
Well, that's my go-to German restaurant. I mean, for years I've been enjoying the kraut. How much more German can you get there than that, But that's all I got, but I love it. So there you go.
Now, I don't know if this is sacrilege, but my favorite thing at Wiener Schnitzel was always the Polish sandwich.
Those are great, too. Yes. Yes. How could you beat it? I know it's kind of like going to Del Taco on Cinco de Mayo, but whatever.
Hey, you know what? To each his own. It's cheap, it's quick, and I used to go to that one in Burbank all the time. Jimmy, thank you so much for the call. Appreciate it. Oh, and the one in Valley Village. I used to live right next to that one. When I lived at the studio apartment on Laurel and Riverside in Valley Village, let me tell you, every person who worked every drive-thru within a 5-mile radius knew this face. We'll take more of your calls and your emails next. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang as we celebrate Oktoberfest on Sock Radio 790 KABC. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on KABC. If you'd like to email us, you could do so at randykabc@gmail.com. But it's a good thing I checked the John email as well, because Dave wrote in to johnnydontlikeshow@gmail.com and let everyone know something exciting. A lot of people called in and mentioned how upsetting it was not only that Alpine Village had closed, but the Phoenix Club in Anaheim. Well, according to Dave, the Phoenix Club isn't gone. They moved. They moved to Brea, and they are open for Oktoberfest. So check that out, thephoenixclub.com. They moved to Brea, so you can go there and enjoy yourself. Pat writes in, and what has he got for us? On Monday, October 14th at 6:30, the BJ's in Torrance is going to do Spooktoberfest, a 5-course beer dinner. How fun is that? Alan writes in at randykabc@gmail.com. I loved Alpine Village. My wife's friend who didn't drink beer always won the beer drinking contest. Energen Brewing in Moore Park, September 28th and 29th. They block off the street for a big party every year. Local brewery owned by the mayor. Wow, that sounds like a ton of fun. Moore Park's awesome. And Marion writes in, the 2024 Simi Valley Oktoberfest. The Rotary Club of Simi transforms the beautiful and festive Lemon Park into an epic Bavarian playground, complete with beer, music, games, costumes, everything else. That sounds like a ton of fun as well. And here's another one for the Energen Brewing Company Oktoberfest on September 28th through September 29th in Moore Park. That is great. Some really great suggestions. I also, I don't know how many people are going to respond to a topic like this, but I felt so compelled to do it. But I just had some backup material just in case. But since we got all the emails and all the calls, I'm going to just quickly run through this. Timeout.com has their list of some of the best events in Southern California for Oktoberfest. On October 5th, the Rose Bowl does Crafttoberfest. That's right, in Pasadena with over 50 California craft breweries. That sounds like a good time. Lake Arrowhead Oktoberfest is September 14th through October 27th. That sounds like a good time. Santa Anita Park's Oktoberfest, October 12th through 13th and the 19th through 20th. I'm going to assume that's in the infield, but you can go drink your beer and lose on horse racing. Look at this. San Gabriel's Dumpling and Beer Fest. That sounds like a good time. That's between 6 and 10 p.m. What is this, every Saturday throughout? Wow, that sounds like a good time. And Big Bear Lake, we already heard about that one. That's a winner. Number 3 on the list is Old World Oktoberfest. We had at least 3 recommendations for that. Number 2 is Oktoberfest at the Wurstekuchi in Venice. Okay. Starting September 28th for 3 weekends, this Venice gastropub is throwing the Bavarian celebration. But the number one event, according to them, and I didn't know they were doing this, is, this time of year is usually the LA County Fair, but the LA County Fair moved their fair dates to May. So apparently now at Fairplex in Pomona, they're doing Oktoberfest, October 4th through the 26th, turning the Fairplex massive area into a German wonderland with beer and music and chicken dancing. That sounds like a really, really good time. Well, there we go. I think we got some good suggestions out there that'll hopefully keep you entertained throughout the rest of September and October as we celebrate Germany. We celebrate Oktoberfest. I think I got to definitely get out to one of these. Gonna have to. I don't drink a lot of beer these days, but I will make exceptions. And you know what? At some point, we're going to do a beer show, because there are so many great Southern California breweries, and I feel like I only know about a few. So we'll do that at some point as well. Hey, if you ever want to suggest a Happy Hour Friday show, it's so easy. Oh, we got a last minute entry. Edelweiss Restaurant in Newbury Park. Authentic German food and beer. Oktoberfest fun every day. There we go. Marion, getting that in the last second. But if you've ever liked to suggest a topic for Happy Hour Friday, email me at randykabc@gmail.com and I'll add it to the list. I've got a huge list of these shows. We have so much fun doing them. If you ever miss any episode of this show, you can go to kabc.com/newsblitz. Search for KABC News Blitz on Apple Podcasts. You can do a Google on the YouTube, literally. Just search KABC News Blitz on YouTube, and they have the whole playlist right there. I like Apple Podcasts because you can actually transcribe. So let's say you didn't take notes. You can download the podcast to this, and you can read through it and get all the recommendations. Everyone have a great weekend out there. We'll see you Monday. I'm in for Johnny noon to 3, and then back here 5 to 6 for the News Blitz with Randy Wang on KABC.